Good morning, fam. I guess technically this video is going to be up going in the morning. I mean, it's going to be 11:30 a.m. when it goes live. It's kind of morning-ish. On our way in the 6-speed Cummins here. We got to run a couple errands, do a couple things. What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video here. We're going to get on the road here and I will catch up with you guys on our way back home because I'm kind of in a time crunch to get some stuff done before some places open up. Back in the shop here with the Resto Gen. This thing looks so freaking good, guys. I'm gonna unplug this fan. I'm so sorry, Scout, but I've got to unplug your fan for just a second so these people can stop commenting about how annoying the fan is. One of the things we're gonna be working on today is gonna be the shocks on the truck. The shocks on the truck are not the greatest, as you can imagine. If the body was completely wrecked, I'm pretty sure the people that were driving it did not pay any attention to the shocks on the truck. We're gonna be replacing the shocks on the truck today. That's the goal. Hopefully it's not that complicated. I know that the rears are pretty darn easy on these trucks. Don't know about the fronts, but we're gonna try to get them done today. And let me show you what we got. 1,500 likes on this video and I'll reward myself with an AC unit for the shop because it's 96 degrees out today. And it's gonna be almost 100 every day this week. I'm kind of frugal on that kind of stuff, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'll buy trucks to build and I'll give them away, but when it comes to like buying little comfort things and little luxuries for myself, no, I'm just cheap about it, I don't know why. Boom! Bilsteins. And they're coming out of the box. I don't know if those are the fronts or the rears, but we've got another set here. And I don't know if they're the same brand, I think they're two different brands. Skyjackers, I'm guessing the Skyjackers are front set, but we'll get a little bit closer look here and then I'll let you know what we figure out. Who just fell in love with this truck so much more since we got the wheels and tires on this thing? It just fits the truck so nicely. They look so clean and classy on this. It just, oh man, it's just the perfect look. For the first time ever, I'm going to be keeping a truck for myself for a longer period of time than normal. I think the longest I ever kept a vehicle, this was even before I did YouTube stuff or giveaways or anything, was 9 months. That was the longest I've ever kept any vehicle, actually. In this one, I'm hoping to be another one of those. I've had it already a little while, I think about 4 months technically, but about 2 of those months it was in paint. But I'm gonna keep this truck for a while, build it the way I want it, drive it, and just enjoy it, because I've had so many trucks that I'm like, oh, I'd love to keep it, but I just don't. Like I said, I just don't keep many things for myself. But the story behind this one is just too cool. The Resto Gen, the scrapyard pickup that we're gonna turn into something that's just breathtaking, at least to me, and like for what I say my standard is of breathtaking for a truck that came from where it came from. It's just gonna be a lot of fun. I'm gonna enjoy it. We're gonna build this one on the channel for quite some time, really customize it and make it what I want, make it an absolute one-of-one type of thing. Just really get to enjoy this. So let's start by unboxing these shocks, propping up the camera and seeing if we can't swap out the rear set first. Exactly what I suspected. You want to see a shock that's completely shot? See that? Fully extended. Installed on the truck, much better. It was not good in terms of suspension. It was really rough, and all the shocks are completely blown. When they say these things ride like a log wagon, I think most of the time it's because the shocks are never replaced on them. But look at this. This is just like, I don't know, 5 pounds of pressure, and they just completely compress. I didn't compress this one down, but it does the same thing. Like, I'm just gonna hardly touch it, and it's just completely compressed. So yeah, wonderful. Luckily, shocks aren't that big of a chore, but when you are doing these first gen shocks, if you guys have done them before, you probably know this more than what I'm about to say, but for the guys that haven't done it yet, do the top one first when you're putting the new ones on. Line at the top bolt, and then pull up on the bottom of the shock and slide it onto the bolt down low. Otherwise, if you put the bottom one on first and try to do the top one, all the pressure of the shock trying to extend, it's gonna make it a pain in the butt and you're never gonna be able to get it on. Or it's just gonna take you like an hour and a half when really you could do it in like 2 minutes. So just take note of that for the front ones. Very, very, very easy as well. Just 2 3/4 inch nuts, and that's about it. And then there's a little like plate on the front of this to kind of sandwich it up against there without damaging like the rubber on the shock itself. Do the bottom one first, so slide the bottom one on. You're gonna slide it towards the wheel, starting inside, going out, and then you're gonna press it, tilt it up, and let it go up to that bolt up top, which is right there, and then just slide it on. Very, very simple, very easy. One of the easiest vehicles to put shocks on. I mean, it's so easy. Cannot wait to get this thing down the road. However, there's still just so much we got to do before we can really drive this thing. It does drive. Like, I took it 35 miles an hour from one shop to here, and it drove fine. It just rode super rough, and there was just a little bit of vibration in the drivetrain from like the drive shaft. There's some bearing that's kind of failing on it, and so it's just kind of creating a kind of annoying vibration. So we're gonna have to get that dealt with soon, but let's see if we can't get this rear bumper put on the truck now. On. Believe it or not, it took like 25 minutes to put that stupid thing on there, but it looks good now. There's so many things to do. Like, I'm like, yeah, we got some stuff done, but there's so many more things still. It's so hot though, so like I try to come out here, do like 4 or 5 hours worth of stuff just around the barn and then on the truck if I can. And then after that, I go inside, edit for about 2 hours, and after that, I go upload videos and modify stuff on my websites and stuff like that for a couple hours, and it's kind of a routine, I guess. One more day down of Resto-Gen progress. New shocks all around, bumpers on, and slowly but surely, guys, slowly but surely. Quick recap if you didn't see yesterday's video. Truck does now start up with the turn of a key. Okay, so now you can just literally turn the key and start the truck. You no longer have to basically stick a screwdriver in the ignition area and try to get the thing to fire up that way, which always worked, but it's just not as ideal, obviously, as actually being able to have a set of keys that you can put in the ignition and start the truck with. So much stuff to do. I think the next thing I want to work on is ripping into the interior and getting the interior worked on. The interior has so many moving parts that we got to address. It's gonna take a lot of time probably, but it's gonna be really worth it. It's gonna look really good when it's done. And also, if anybody has a setup of like plastics to go around the steering wheel column stuff, let me know. I will gladly pay somebody to have that because I need it. It's got to be for like the adjustable wheel setup on these trucks. I don't know if it makes a big difference or if there's a difference between the fixed position ones and the adjustables, but if it does, this is an adjustable wheel, and if anybody has one of those, I would gladly buy it off you. Before we go, one more small thing I want to do to the ignition setup here. A little bit of an annoying thing is when you turn the key forward to start it, when the key's in the forward position, the cylinder here just kind of like pops out because there's a screw that's supposed to go in there. However, you can't get to it without taking this ignition switch off the truck. So we're gonna pop this out here. Now I don't know if that's what that screw's for, but I put a screw right here. It's right there. And again, I really doubt that's where it's supposed to go. But what that allows you to do now is turn the key forward and essentially turn it to start it without this here allowing it to just pop out, and the whole cylinder, ignition cylinder, just pops out. That is going to put a wrap on today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. So much more still to do on this truck, but it is getting later in the afternoon already. It is hot, and I've got a lot of work yet to do on the laptop. Do not forget that if you want to enter to win this truck or our Hellcat plus $5,000 cash, time is running out for both of those. This giveaway ends on July 15th. So if you haven't grabbed your entries yet, links are in the description below. 10x entries towards winning this truck end in 3 days on July 9th at midnight. Thank you guys so much for all the love and support, and I really hope you understand that when it comes to these giveaways, it just helps fuel what we do and helps enable us to do more of what we do on this channel, you know, because like a $7,000 paint job, you can't pay with YouTube revenue unless you're making like ridiculous amounts of money on YouTube. That's why we sell the merch, because that's what helps fuel everything. And let me just clear something up, okay? Every single YouTuber that does YouTube has to sell a product or a service to be able to maintain what they're doing. Most YouTubers are not getting millions of views and just paying for everything they've ever had with those views alone. They have to sell a product. Even the most famous YouTubers sell something. They sell t-shirts and hats and on their sites or whatever it is, no matter what level, big or small they are. You know why? Because they need help to be able to fuel what they do. Some of them don't need it, but you know, it'd be dumb not to offer something to your fans that want to support you. You can either sell stuff to your fans and tell them to buy your merch and not give them any opportunity. The way I look at it is you can at least offer them an opportunity to change their life while they're helping you change yours. That's the way I've always looked at my giveaways. That's the way I always will. People can say whatever they want, but at the end of the day, we're all doing the same thing. There's two types of YouTubers out there. YouTubers who want to sell merch and gain your support, and YouTubers that want to sell merch and gain your support and give you something in return. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace. Guys, 10x entries are back due to popular demand towards winning this truck plus $5,000 cash. But don't waste any time, because that deal ends on July 9th. And not only are we offering 10 times entries, but we're gonna be picking 10 of our faithful customers who place an order between now and July 9th and giving you guys $100 each just for showing us support on top of that. Thank you guys so much. Hit the link above or below. Get entered while you can, because the giveaway ends on July 15th.
I'm a legend in the game, ho.